coat that. All that with the oil. Really good. And garlic. I'm gonna add some more garlic. Get it all in there.
Alright, cool. I'm in Melissa. I'm a hair.
Nice to meet you.
There we go. It's a great city, so generally have, just especially get some pasta.
Burn it. Just so you can stay in the car.
Leaves the thing. You check your fingers. Right here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try all my seasonings. You ever had this before? I just like this fresh, right?
What is that?
This Merlot sauce.
No. That's them. I ain't got it in a mix.
That's like a grown-up version of cooking in the kitchen. Like, we used to be little, cooking it, messing with our parents' stuff. It's like a grown-up version of some of these.
How this doing? Add more mushrooms.
What?
You said it's a sweat.
No, I said move on in.
No, I feel like I need to put these
Heavy wine and chill. What'd you say?
Okay.
Cooking with Carter.
It is?
Listen, I'm self-sufficient, so I don't need you to take care of me. Yeah, but I like my own space. I have rooms and the third, so it would have to be like a real.
Don't tell what you give him
It would
though.
have to be a cohesive. I'm a nurturer. Cookie share. You know what cookie share is? You know. Did you get that drop?
Oh, that looks good.
I got it.
They put it together, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's not stuff. Patron.
Yeah, I got it. Awesome.
Right. But the
There's somewhere in between. Look at this.
No, it's all like the dark meat. The dark meat comes has that little fat. Yeah. Also chicken thighs.
Okay. There we go.
And this is you.
We appreciate you. Now feel free if you need some salt or pepper, that's what it's for.
Everything is seasoned perfectly.
Yeah, it really
We
is.
don't need any more salt or pepper.
This is like food porn.
It's more intoxicating. Listen, it's seriously more intoxicating than the wine. Yes. Oh my God.
It's
Right, because the first bite I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get tired. Food comes through.
But it's like the food, the wine, like, oh my God, yes. Good vibes.
This is nice. Thanks, Cartez.
Yes, thank you so much.
If you need help with any future ones, I'll help. So we used to do this thing. We were still in relationships at the time, but Melissa and I used to alternate dinner nights.
Really?
Yeah, we
We
did.
did, because we had children, we had significant others, and it was costly. It was tiring to have to come home and have to cook for the family and stuff. So we used to either alternate or come together.
We doing it, gonna have Uncle's house.
Yeah, or we're gonna, so we would really, because it saved the ease, having to prepare a whole meal for the family,
Right.
and provide everything.
I know.
We would merge,
Don't you notice though? I think we put the pressure more on ourselves. Like our
Sometimes
kids
it
don't
is
even
like
give
they
a
don't-
crap. They
the
will
kids
eat
don't
a
care at all.
freaking milk Velveeta mac and cheese in the microwave and be happy.
Yeah, this is right.
You know what I mean? They
Right.
will cook some frozen
Right.
chicken strips and French fries and be
Half
on.
pocket
Right.
and
You
be
know
fine.
they will be fine. So
So
I
we're
feel
like-
like a lot of the pressure we add on
That's
ourselves.
true. That's true. We're like, oh
We
my
feel
God.
like, oh, we're such a bad
We need a
mom because I
three-course
didn't
meal.
cook a
Yes,
three-course
right.
meal for them.
But you know what? I feel like we do that because it's an experience. You want your kids to have good food and you Right. have good food to eat.
But,
They haven't been
but then
exposed
what
to it.
happens when you make it
They
and they
haven't
don't
been
eat
exposed.
it?
But
How
they-
you feel? You know what I mean? Right?
right?
Right.
A lot of
At the end
times
of
I'll
the day,
make
they
it
get
and they'll
hungry,
be
they're
like,
gonna eat
ew,
it.
what is this? And I'm like, it's
But when they get older,
Yeah, balance
They
it out.
appreciate
they
it.
Right.
balance it.
They
They appreciate
They
it.
do.
And they-
When they're younger, it's like they don't appreciate it verbally as much. But then when
I
they get
have
older,
a 20-year-old.
they'll
and
mention it.
he will be fine with some chicken
Really?
strips and French fries.
so like
I
the,
mean-
the difference is my kids now.
He does like a home cooked meal, but even then, I mean, you know, it's got to be some real plain
Right.
chicken
Something simple.
Alfredo. Some, you know what I mean.
Something
So even then, I think a lot of the pressure again comes from
true.
ourselves. Like we think that we need to sit, you know,
And then too,
to be
true.
a great mother, we have to have
Even in
some
relationships.
3-course meal on the plate on the table each night. And no, they could carry. I think a lot of times so too. We need to let them know what we expect.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? If they don't know what we expect, then
They'll
they're
do
gonna
whatever.
continue to do things.
but that's just like being single, and trying to find. We gotta let you know what we expect, okay?
Right.
Absolutely.
I'm looking at you
absolutely.
sad,
Not
but
just
then-
our children, but our men. Yes.
I went out on a date
But
with this
sometimes
dude.
I feel like guys are really like I'm like
Clueless.
who raised you like. But then
Right.
so like I look at my boys, and then I'm like, okay, Olga. I'm like, okay, I don't want to have to raise another child, you know, so to speak. But then it's like, I try to teach my kids certain things because I feel like if I teach them certain things, then maybe I'll come across somebody who knows something. You know, it's kind of like, Dad, what's your mom doing? You know, or what have you. But
Or even just prepare them for their future women that will
Right.
be in their lives.
right.
You know what I mean? Like, kind of just set them up for the future.
But then even with my ex, the main thing I used to wish for with him, because when we first got together, his mom used to still buy groceries and send them to my house.
no.
I was like, what is this?
No, that's
And
a
so-
big, huge red flag.
The first thing I, young and dumb, right? So I said, the first thing that happened, he never wanted to cook chicken that had bones in it. I
Oh
said,
my
well, sir, I said, that's
With a
chicken.
flavor.
Like, that's chicken.
Are you
That's-
recording?
That's an animal. That's how it comes, you know? And so I felt like I had to do a lot of like introductory stuff with him. And so my thing with him was, all I could ever say is, I don't know where we'll end up. But I just pray that one day you'll be self-sufficient enough to take care of you and our children
Yes.
without me needing to do that. Whether we break up, whether I die, I would love to just know I would be at peace knowing that you can handle you and the boys without me. And he got to that point, and we divorced, which is fine.
Or your ex-husband take like, does he father the oldest? Like if it was his or no?
That was a big,
Well, if the oldest's father is still in the picture,
he wasn't. And that was a big.
No?
That was a big. That was a big contributor to the way things turned out too.
yeah, that would bother me.
Right. Yeah. It's funny because I was
It's
just
cool.
talking about that with someone. I was just kind of comparing like couples that have been together and had like no children to couples that were together and have children. Because one of the things that I kind of feared when I divorced was like, oh my God, what kind of bond would I have if I meet somebody new? Like if we don't have children, I don't aspire to have children together. It made it feel like we wouldn't have a connection. But it's like the reality of it is you can have a connection, because the one thing I feel like I was missing from my marriage was that the only thing that linked us was having children. It's so many ways to kind of look at different situations.
Right.
And you can't really, there's no one size or one way to
Oh no,
solve,
not at all.
Oh my gosh, everything is so But being single and dating is a little complicated because you're like, oh my
God, isn't it?
It was very complicated.
I think people think I'm a little, like I said, the older men are attractive, but the young about my age, they got a game. Like,
oh yeah.
you gotta hustle.
And then
Like,
and you have
like,
to
yeah,
And you have to think about the time frames too. You have to think about like your age range. You really have to go through, like in my brain, if there's somebody that's 30 or under trying to talk to me, I have to think about their generation and their mindset.
Where they at in their stage in life?
Yeah,
Yes.
30 to 40, I have to think about my generation and our mindset. 40 plus, I have to think, it's like you got chauvinistic people, you got carefree, you got, there's so many different types of personalities. Right. You're like, which one am I ready to deal with? And then you wonder,
My hardest thing is, it's like starting over. I think somebody posted a meme the other day. It was like, imagine going 5 years and now you're back to what's your favorite color. And I'm like, well, imagine 12.
Yeah, right.
And it's so weird. It's like, I don't even got the energy for
So
this.
you're saying you were with somebody for 12 years? And
Yes.
you were not together?
We were together for 12 years, not married. And honestly, I just honestly feel like he pulled the wool. Like,
Right.
he was able to pretend and hide for so long. I felt like at 9 years in, I was still finding out shit that I didn't like about
Really?
him. Yeah. Wow. 9 years in. Wow. Things were coming up like, oh, I really don't like this about you. I really don't like this.
So what made you stay?
I think it was
problem.
more the idea of what could have been.
For 12 years?
For 12 years. But honestly, it hit me about 9, 10 years in. It hit me. I'm done. But it took me 2 extra years to get
actually cut it
And
off.
it's crazy because even in my marriage so we were together for like 12, 13 years. We were married for about 10. And I promise you, at year like 3 or 4, I was like, maybe we shouldn't be together.
Right.
Wow. I'm serious. Early on, I was like,
But you're like, I
maybe we
committed to
should be
this.
together.
I'm doing
Yeah, but then it was like,
We have
oh,
kids.
you took this vow before God, and I grew up in a Christian, real like religious,
Yes,
like
yes,
upbringing
I'm
and
sure
this and the
about
third.
it.
I had already had a child out of wedlock, so all those things kind of like contribute to like,
Wow.
you have to make this work. You have children together, you have this together. Everything comes with trials and tribulations. Once you just get over this hump, it's gonna be smooth sailing. Like so many things will replay, and then you realize how slow but fast time is. And
Yes.
it's like, dang, like, and it's like, it's crazy because like you look back later and you're like, I don't know if I tanked this or if I just saw what was. It's like, dang, I saw it, years ago.
And doing okay in here?
Great, thank
I
you.
feel like you see it, you see it very early on.
Yeah.
What did you see early on?
I didn't see it.
What'd you see early on? What I missed?
You see,
You don't want to know. You don't.
That's why I'm here.
It was difficult for me because
with
You guys want anything?
You mean
Water
break
or
flags?
anything?
Oh, you always see
it was
those early.
difficult for me.
Let me tell you something. Love makes you stupid because what happens is that
Oh, my
you ignore certain things. I don't mean to say stupid, but I mean you ignore red flags that you wouldn't know. It's like love makes you drunk.
oh my God.
So I moved with him. I caught him cheating one time. I caught him cheating the second time. No, like emailing and stuff like that. And one girl asked me, she said, right, and one girl asked me, she said, what was different the third time than the other two? I said, because he was really adamant. Like, he would stay out all night. They would call our house. What? Oh, I didn't know who it was, but I knew where she worked. And I would call her job. And she would tell me, well, he can get to move out anyway. I said, he can't afford to move out. And at the time, I wasn't working. Yeah, she told me he was going to move out. And I was like, he can't afford to move out. Right. And I drove his car one day and I would see like money order receipts. And then the last day before he moved out, it was different. He kissed me on the forehead. And we were staying in the condo. And I ran up and down on the third floor, ran up and down the stairs like 2 or 3 times. And I'm like, what, Lord, what? Why am I keep running up and what's going on? Opened the blind and I went to his closet. And it was empty. He didn't tell me he was moving out. He didn't even tell me he was moving out.
But see, I think it's very
So it was
interesting.
difficult, from 8 to 9. I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me the first 3 years?
Right.
Why wasn't noticed in the first 3 years? You know what I mean? But I said, you know what I said? I'm not mad at anything. I said, I just pray the next one when he get wet, he be faithful to her.
Right.
Oh, and he is.
I said,
I asked that joker to take me out one day for lunch. You know what he told me?
I got my wife.
He said, I got a girlfriend. Right?
Oh, now you got a girlfriend.
Wow.
There you go, girlfriend.
Yeah.
But see, I think men,
And sometimes I think they also internalize that guilt from the previous relationship, so they might be fighting with themselves internally. So they're like, you know what? I may not be 100% where I should be, but I'm gonna try to like do right by this one because I did so wrong by so many others.
but see, I think it's too. We were having this conversation in my in a little group on Facebook. We were having this conversation about like men and women form very separate attachment.
Okay.
Like a woman, naturally, of course, we're not happy. We start going through this process of, okay, I'm gonna let go.
Right.
Because I'm not happy. So you immediately start turning stuff off, and eventually you're like, okay, I'm done, and I can leave, and I can walk away, and I can be good, because I'm walking away, because I'm done. I know I'm not happy. I know this ain't where I'm supposed to be, so I'm gone.
Right.
Men could be, I'm not happy, but all these other variables come into play, and they're like, oh, I can't leave her. I'm clearly not happy with her, but I just can't go. So they cheat.
Right.
And it's like, and then because somebody was saying something about the side chicks, this and the side chicks, and I said, well, sometimes the side chick ain't really the side chick. The side chick is the one he actually loves, the one he actually is in love with, the one he actually wants to be with. He won't leave the main chick because the kids are involved,
Right.
Or it's circumstantial.
Yeah.
Financial security.
Financial
So you
security.
just,
Or you got
dealing
so
with
many things tied up into this one person that you just, it's easier for you to just stay here. But women, we don't give a damn. We could be financially tied up into that. We could have kids, whatever. When we done, we done. We like, I'm out. Boom. Okay, you ain't the one. I'm ready for God to send me the one. Like, I'm out of here.
Right.
But men will be like, no, I gotta stay with her. Oh, because this is going on, this is going on, that is going on. So I gotta stay with her. But at the end of the day, it's like they don't realize what you're doing. You're causing more pain. You're causing more hurt. You're causing more distress by continuing to hold on to something you know you should let go of.
Right. Yeah.
But see, I never understood that, and I don't know if it's a man-woman thing because I haven't really talked to necessarily too many females that would, give me good explanation. But I always would say like, hey, so why do you stay? Like I literally asked my ex-husband, I said, so why be with me but then cheat with one woman? He said, because they're not wife material. They're not wife material.
He was like, they catered to him. They did what he wanted to. Now, his cousin would tell me, you need to leave. I said, why? Go live with my mom and I gotta find a job. If he can take care of this household and that household, why not? He go there and cheat. Yeah.
Right.
Go there and cheat. He sleep in one room. He sleep in the front room. I'm in the bedroom.
Yeah.
If he fig, that means I gotta get a job. But then the light bulb, okay, you need to get a job. This kid is fucking up.
So you're saying that you were in a situation where he was taking care of you.
Right.
And so, in one way, you were like, oh well, he's taking care of me. If he's stepping out the
And we
marriage,
weren't sleeping with each other.
that is what
Right.
it is. But at least I got a roof over my head.
Right,
and he's
exactly.
taking care of me.
And I will say,
Right.
that was one thing that really got to me. Because I said, are these women giving you money? And he looked at me like I had 5 heads. He was like, what? I said, you're not doing what you're supposed to do
trying to
here
figure out
in
what's
this home. But you have the time and energy to go and be with other people. I was like, it doesn't add up to me. It doesn't make sense to me. I said, I could almost turn a blind eye if you were taking care of home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were taking care of home, I could almost be like, all right.
Hey, I'm Cortez. This is Dinner Party Conversations. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and keep following.
Boom.